What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in today's video, the ambush quest LINLIN is currently live after defeating Clash Judge. So in this video today, we are going to be playing through it and hopefully making our way to ambush LINLIN and hopefully beating ambush LINLIN as well. So the team I am using today is definitely not a team that everyone is going to be able to build. I know a lot of people are going to meme it, oh, you're just using recent characters, ugh. Shut up. I'm going to be using this team in order to clear this. Now, this team should be able to beat LINLIN. I don't have any doubts that this will be able to beat LINLIN. The only problem is beating Judge. Judge is going to be quite difficult with this team, specifically stage 4. That's the stage I'm really worried about, but we'll get into it because this is likely going to be a pretty long run, so let's just jump into it. So I made one of these videos previously when Ambush Whitebeard was out. Ambush Whitebeard is so much easier. Like, the Clash was the more difficult version, and that's the thing here, and that's the thing with most of these ambush quests when they come back, is that clearing the ambush isn't really that difficult. It's a matter of getting through the content to get to the ambush. That's always the most difficult part. So let's start things off here. Right, so on stage 1 of Judge, we can see that we get negative orbs are likely to appear. Now, with this team here, it's going to be quite annoying on stage 4, because stage 4 is where a lot of bad things happen. We get block orbs, we get just some orb manipulation, and it's really annoying with all the orb barriers that the enemies will have. So we're just going to go ahead and just tear through this so that we can not take too much damage. We don't really want to take too much damage from this stage, and we will need to make sure we get some decent orbs for this stage here, because the guys in the back row, the blue characters, if you leave them alive, they special rewind your entire team. So we want to make sure that we have some pretty good damage here, and we got really good luck with these orbs, so this should not be a problem so long as we tap correctly on these guys. And boom, that's perfect. So now we can take our time stalling on these evolvers here, on these lobsters and the turtles, of course. Now, as I said, you know, a lot of people are going to be upset that I am using like such a pay-to-win team. Well, technically this team isn't really that pay-to-win. It's mainly just the captains that I'm using, but obviously they work really well here because they get type advantage against LINLIN, and they also get type advantage against Judge with that swap effect. So it's just really useful to have it. And like, obviously this isn't like a flex, this is obviously me just trying to clear the content, of course. We do have this non-boosted Perona on the team though, and you guys will see why we have her once we get, you know, into the nitty-gritty of ambushed LINLIN. She's not really here for Judge in any way, shape, or form, but she's really useful against LINLIN, as you guys will see when we get to her. So we are taking a little bit of damage here, so we do not want to stay too much longer. We have actually stalled quite a lot, so I'm actually going to pick up these recovery orbs here to get a bit of HP back, and we can clear off that turtle there, and then we can clear this turtle on this next turn and move on to the next stage. So stage 3 is pretty easy. We've got some characters with some high defense, but unfortunately we got a lot of them on a 1-turn cooldown, so that's very unlucky for us. So we'll see how much damage we can deal here. Okay, unfortunately we couldn't kill him off, so he's going to actually cut our health by a decent chunk there, which is not good. We will pick up that recovery orb there, and we do want to try and move on to the next stage. I'm trying to like make my way through this quite fast because this is actually going to be a long part. This stage right here, now what do we get? Okay, we actually get some pretty decent luck because we see we got a strength orb barrier on that enemy, which is not too bad. We do already have a DEX orb on our team, so we can already clear off 2 of these mobs, so that's actually pretty good. We're going to go ahead and use the switch effect to get rid of the despair on both of our captains. Unfortunately, with their switch effect, they don't get rid of block orbs, which actually would have been like super duper useful. We can actually go ahead and use Nami here. We don't need Nami for the final boss stage, so we can use that to delay the enemies, just to delay, you know, obviously the damage that we would be taking. So, we have a strength orb for that guy with the back, we have a dex orb for this character on the right hand side, we can kill the guy in the middle, and we can just stall on the guy on the left hand side with the psi barrier. We can stall on him until we get, you know, at least a couple of matching orbs, or just until we feel comfortable moving on to the final boss stage. So, when we do move on to the final boss stage, we want to make sure that we're actually in the koala form, because we want to switch into the Sabo to get the beneficial strength orb. So that's going to be very important as well. So without further ado, whew, let's do it. Let's do it. Boom there, perfect. Okay, can we kill this guy here? Would be great. And we do. Okay, that's amazing. Now we need to kill this guy here. So, I guess we'll keep this guy with the Strength Orb. It's fine. Like, the Strength Orb doesn't really matter. We'll keep that. And then after we kill this guy, we will transform back into Koala so that we can switch into Koala. Then it allows us to switch into Sabo on the final boss stage. But yeah, like, Ambush LINLIN is one of the best free-to-play characters in the game, and obviously this isn't a team that everyone's going to be able to build, but if you haven't farmed Ambush LINLIN yet, I would definitely recommend to try and farm her up, because at least getting at least one copy, and then using Almighty Manuals to, to max her out is going to be the most recommended way, I would say, in order to, get her ready to go. I wouldn't suggest farming her up. Obviously you can farm her to, max her limit break, but I wouldn't suggest farming copies to max her skill. That's not really something that I would suggest. So we got rid of our orb block here, so we can actually go ahead and start shuffling our orbs around to hopefully get a PSY orb, and then that will enable us to take down this guy in the next turn. So let's see what we get. Do we get a PSY orb? We do not get a PSY orb. Okay, let's go again. Once again. It's okay. He doesn't really do that much damage, so I'm not really too phased. Plus, if we do get below 50% HP, we can use the amazing pinch healing from Sabo and Koala to then heal us back up just a little bit. So that's not really a big issue. We do get a PSY orb here. We do get a couple of beneficial orbs, but that's not really that important. We do get a strength orb on Perona, which is actually pretty interesting. Let's try and keep that. And... perfect. Okay, so now we move on to the boss stage. Now, the thing about Judge that's really annoying is that you cannot use an orb boost on this stage. So we are utilizing the chain lock from our Garp, and also the switch effect of Sabo and Koala, of course. You can see you can only use 2 specials per turn against Judge as well, which is quite a big deal. But of course, we're going to be switching to get the color affinity. It's really nice that switch effects don't activate enemy interrupts, or they don't activate like the special, limiter. You can only use a certain amount of specials per turn. It's awesome that it doesn't affect that. So let's use the special of Sabo and Koala to obviously give us the type boost, but also give us the beneficial captain effect of being a 4.5 after a certain amount of perfect, so that's really good. And we'll also use Garp to not only cut his HP, but also give us a 3x chain lock. Now, we actually got really lucky, and you see that Perona already has a strength orb that can already break through that barrier. Even if we didn't, though, we can make sure that all of our subs hit perfects first, and then use our 2 captains to hit last, and that will still be enough damage to kill him. I'm at least pretty sure about that. But because we did get Perona with a strength orb, that's just going to be even easier to kill him here, so let's go. Let's go. Boom. Boom, 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 and there we go. Easy. Okay, so we got pretty lucky there, but again, as I said, the strength orb on Perona, that's just extra damage output that we didn't really need. We could probably still killed him there without having to have a strength orb on that Perona. But there we go. We cleared Clash Judge. Definitely not the most optimal team to clear Judge with, but it was able to beat it, so that's really good. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and progress to the main stage, which is against Ambush Quest LINLIN. So let's do it. To the ambush. Right, so Ambush LINLIN is quite annoying, and there are very specific units that I would suggest to you guys to bring to Ambush LINLIN, and mainly support abilities are actually very useful against Ambush LINLIN, and switch effects of dual units are also very useful against Ambush LINLIN, because every single turn she keeps emptying your slots. So if you have a support ability that shuffles your orbs, or you have a switch ability that gives you some guaranteed orbs, those are going to be extremely beneficial in this fight, as, the support effects and all of that do not activate her interrupt whenever you manipulate your orbs, because if you manipulate your orbs against her, she will blow away your characters. So it's just really, really important to have good support abilities or really good dual units in this fight. So stage 1, we have some characters here. We don't want to take too much damage, so we will kill off the characters as timely as we can. Kill off the characters on a 1-turn cooldown. That's going to be very, very important. Now, we do actually get a little bit of luck here, and that character has a 4-turn cooldown at the back. That's actually really, really lucky. So we are going to take our time here and kill off this guy like that. And now we get 2 turns of free stall off on this character, which is great. I don't remember what stage is next. I actually don't remember a lot of these stages. It's been a long time since I've actually taken down Ambush LINLIN. Oh, we forgot to attack! Oh, that's a lot of damage. That is actually a lot of damage. I forgot to attack. I was too busy talking, yo. Okay, I think we're still good. I think we're still good. We get 3 turns of extra stall here, which is nice. I guess that's okay. It means that we don't have to do any stalling pretty much from here on out. Like, our characters are already pretty much maxed out. So now let's make sure to kill her this time. We do not want to take any more damage. And there we go. Okay, so unfortunately, we did take quite a bit of damage there that we didn't really want to. Okay, so what happens here? Okay, just a preemptive attack and nothing else. We definitely want to kill off this. Because we've done already a lot of stalling, we actually probably can kill this turtle here. The turtle does not need to stay alive. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Boom there. Kill off the turtle as well. And then we can just make our way around killing off the rest of the giants here. So that's actually, you know what? Because we did take a little bit of extra damage, that actually works out pretty well in our favor. I will actually switch to Koala here. When we actually kill off the next stage on stage 3, we want to be set to Koala. And you guys will see why that's going to be very important for this team. Let's actually switch to Sabo here so we can get another beneficial orb. That'll help us a lot with clearing this stage here. And... perfect. Okay, so we do keep the matching orb on Gut, which is great. Now, stage 3. So, stage 3, we got more giants to take care of here. Again, just another preemptive attack. We do want to kill this stage with double Koala. So, I switched to Koala here. That's going to be very, very important. And then we can just kill them. There's no point in stalling. All of our specials are ready to go. We could actually stall just a little bit on this stage, actually, so that we can get some health back, because we did take a little bit too much damage earlier on. Unfortunately, well, it's actually because of this debuff here. I was going to say, we haven't really gotten many recovery orbs, but because of this debuff here, which is not great. I guess it actually kind of makes sense that Ambush LINLIN has this effect, you know, because she's like eating all the food, so you don't get any food for yourself. I guess it actually kind of makes sense. So let's stall one more turn, get 1,000 health back, and then we will move on to the next stage. I'm trying to think, we do need to be set as Koala, or do we need to be set as Sabo? No, we need to be set as Koala. We need to be set as Koala. So we're going to move on to the next stage. Now, stage 4 is going to be against SgtSan. Now, SgtSan does a lot of, like, really, really annoying things. First attack, what does he do? I think it's the rewind. Yeah, he rewinds first. So he rewinds by 3 turns, which is not ideal. So you basically have to take quite a few turns of stall here. But the really cool thing about this stage is that after 3 turns, he actually runs away. So you don't even have to kill him. I believe this SgtSan has, like, 5 million HP. Some teams are actually built to actually clear this, which is pretty cool. But we're going to go ahead and take our time. We're going to wait 1 turn. Now, after this first turn, I believe he despairs. Take a bit of damage. I believe he despairs here. Yep, he despairs here for 6 turns. And we are going to go ahead and switch to get rid of that despair. We do not want that on our team. And then we will then go ahead and just take 1 more turn. We're just going to keep going until he runs away. That's pretty much it here. But, the real battle begins once we reach stage 5 against LINLIN herself. So, what does he do here? He then binds our bottom row for 6 turns, of course, with sockets. It's going to be very, very important. And I believe after this turn, he will run away. I believe it's this turn. Yeah, so we get special binded, and then he runs away. So you can see that we have the Perona and the Nami in the middle row, which is going to be very, very good. We can see that this Nami and this Perona both give us special bind removal. So that's the exact reason why we have the Perona here. Now, we can see the first turn of attack, she does have a 99 turn, 30% damage reduction. If Vivian Rebecca was out on Global, you can actually use her here to remove that shield, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately for us, we don't have her and she's not out yet. So we're going to go ahead and use Perona first turn. Perona's going to remove some of the special bind as well as reduce some damage because we will tank a turn, but we can actually go ahead and do a little bit of damage towards Big Mom. Just a little bit of damage. So now we're going to get a little bit of pinch healing back, and she is going to enrage and attack us. So she does a lot of damage on that first attack, but Perona reduces damage by like 70 or 80%, so that's really nice. So you can see that she's going to empty all our orbs once again, but now we are fully ready to try and burst down Big Mom. So we're going to go ahead and use the Nami special ability, which will remove our special bind. The delay doesn't really matter for Big Mom. Let's go ahead and use the Garp special ability, which will cut her health by 30%, as well as giving us the 3 times chain lock, which is very good. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Shanks ability to give us a 2 times orb boost. Now, we don't have any orbs. However, we can go ahead and use the switch ability of Sabo and Koala to give us a color affinity boost. And then we can go ahead and use their special ability to give our crew a 2.25 times attack boost. Now, this special ability will remove Shanks' beneficial orb enable, but of course, it doesn't really matter. We're going to use the other one to get the buff captain ability. And all in all, this should be enough damage to kill despite her 30% damage reduction barrier. So without further ado, let's go. Let's give it a whirl. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, that damage though. 17 million. Yo, that would have killed even if we didn't have the health cut from Garp. So there we go. Sabo and Koala showing up, showing why they are tier 0 on One Piece Treasure Cruise. They are absolutely beastly. So there we go. Ambush LINLIN taken down with Sabo and Koala with a bunch of pretty cool subs, of course. So there we go. That's going to wrap up this video pretty much. You know, taking down Ambush LINLIN. I'll see if I can figure out another team, and if I can, you know, I'll perhaps make another video. But this is only out for 24 hours, which I'm not really a big fan of. This should have been out for a couple of days to give people some time to build teams and work towards this. It is unfortunate that it is here for not that long. But again, as I said in previous videos as well, whenever, you know, these come out again, I'll hopefully be able to build different teams for you guys whenever they come back around. But of course, it's quite busy this time around as we are in a treasure map type of period. So it's going to be difficult for people to farm this as well as, you know, trying to invest time into this. But anyways, that is going to conclude this video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.